and Tourism Alliance is a new thing, a new collaborative. And why is it needed? This was founded by the Michigan Restaurant and Lodging Association, along with the Michigan Travel Commission, and we always have Travel Michigan folks on with us on Fridays. And so joining us now from the Michigan Restaurant and Lodging Association is Justin Winslow. Hey, Justin.
Top of the morning, Mike. Thanks for having me.
Hey, let me ask you this. You are the president and CEO thereof. Why is this alliance needed?
Well, excellent question. I've described it as this industry went through hell during the pandemic, and during that time, we all kind of became a little more internalized working in this industry out of an existential threat, a need to be able to keep ourselves alive in the industries we represent. We didn't communicate amongst ourselves, or with each other, I should say, to the degree that we needed to, and I think we lost something in that timetable there, and it started to show up with Pure Michigan funding going backwards in a shocking way. We didn't really expect to see those numbers going backwards because we know it's the best campaign in the United States. We know that it produces tax revenue well in advance of the investment. So we know we're bringing a net money to the state every time we invest $1 in the Pure Michigan campaign. And so we really banded together and said we need to speak with one clear and more powerful voice, that this campaign is needed not just for this industry but for the state of Michigan. And that is what you're seeing released earlier this week.
Yeah, it was said that tourism is kind of woven into the very fabric, the DNA of Michigan. 500,000 workers on average directly working in the tourism industry, right?
Mm-hmm. That's absolutely right. 500,000 people. Second largest private employer in the state, and a $50 billion economic impact.
How many people come from out of state to experience Pure Michigan, as opposed to those of us who just, I'm going to take a trip up north, because we all do that? Do you have a breakdown of that?
2.1 million people came in and visited in the spring, summer last year. So a large amount of outside of Michiganders, which I think is critical. Right? No one wants to pay more taxes. If you can find people who do not live in Michigan to come in and contribute to our tax base, wouldn't you rather have that be paying for our roads and our schools and everything else that we need around here, as opposed to needing that pressure to increase on us residents?
Well, we got to find $80.7 billion someplace there, Justin. Hey, let me ask you this, because I brought this up a while back, and then all of a sudden, boom, there it was, and I don't think it was because of me, but Michigan, every state has it just about, a film sort of department that markets locations in a state for movies, TV, commercial production, videos of all kinds. We used to have that, then it went away. That's coming back, though, now, right? Or is it?
There's a lot of chatter going on. There was a committee hearing earlier this week and trying to see if we can build out some tax credits to incentivize companies to film here and put Michigan back on the map. That would obviously be good for this industry. People are going to come and stay in hotels and eat in restaurants. I think legislators are a little more cautious, and they want to make sure that it is producing a net positive to the state in terms of tax revenue here. As cool as it is, you want to make sure that it's not going to cost us more than we're going to get from it.
All right. Tell me who's working in the caucus, because you have the Hospitality and Tourism Caucus. So you're getting politicians involved because they have purse strings, right? They make decisions law-wise. So who's involved?
Yeah, the founding members of the new Hospitality and Tourism Caucus we set out a goal to be bicameral and bipartisan. So that means 2 senators and 2 reps, and 2 Democrats and 2 Republicans. So we've got Senator John DeMoose, a Republican from northern Michigan, in the areas that a lot of people consider to be that quintessential Pure Michigan location. Senator Kevin Pertel out of St. Clair Shores, so right on the water there on the suburb just north of Detroit. You have Representative Will Snyder, Muskegon, West Sider, has Michigan Adventure in his district and is very pro-tourism. And then Representative Nancy DeBoer of Holland has been a vocal advocate as well. So great group of people to start, and I think we got a lot of work ahead of ourselves, working collaboratively with them, educating and and trying to build out a broader caucus from there.
Well, I did a thing earlier this morning. There was the whole deal on Nebraska's tourism slogan. I don't know if you saw that. They're getting rid of it because it stinks. Their own governor hates it. But you can't deny. Have you ever talked to cohorts from around the country who look at us and they go like, man, that Pure Michigan thing is killer? That's one of the best, isn't it?
It is the best. And I just got back from a national conference of hotel associations where they are all jealous of the campaign we have. And then when I tell them that we're only funding it at $15 million, they sort of give me the double and triple take because some of our competitors, Wisconsin has over $67 million put into their campaign. They are in our region. That means they're eating our lunch. That means if you're in the Chicago area deciding where to go, you might not be going up that West Michigan coast. You might be going straight up into Milwaukee and maybe into the Dells. And that's sort of a direct competitor that we are being out-competed against right now. Same with Minnesota right now. And so I think we have the best campaign. I think Michigan is a destination that is absolutely worth going to. It is unique. You have so much fresh coastline where it's worth investing. If you view it as a product, it is worth investing in because you know you're going to get a return on that investment. Nebraska, great state, love the people. I'm not sure I would put a whole lot of money into investing in Nebraska tourism.
Do you know their slogan, right, that they're getting rid of? Nebraska.
No, I don't.
Honestly, it's not for everyone. That's what they say. That's what they say. Yeah, let's get rid of that. You know what? Okay, having lived virtually on the Cheddar Curtain, as we used to call it, over in Wisconsin, Illinois, I was 15 minutes from the Illinois border, just north of it. Here's what we have going against us that we have to figure this one out. But I don't know if we can because it's logistics. If you're in Illinois, all you got to do is cross the Cheddar Curtain, right? You just go to the north a little bit. If you're in Illinois and you want to come here, you have to swing. You got two paths. You either go way up north already through Wisconsin, well, you're already there, and you're going to stop and have some curds and beer on the way, or you got to go through Indiana and swing around up through, even though it's just a little while. I think that you have sort of a buffer zone. You don't have, a, so to speak, a Cheddar Curtain. We got to figure that one out. How are we going to get past that?
I'm having a hard time getting past Cheddar Curtain. What an amazing line. I've never even heard of that before, but I like it.
Come on.
No, I do like that. Yeah, I mean, there is, I think because Michigan has so much great West Coast coastline and you're getting some beautiful sunsets on Lake Michigan, you have a lot of Chicagoans willing to make that trip and investment, but it doesn't mean that it stays that way easily and forever. And so I think, just like anything else, everyone knows what a Big Mac is or chicken McNuggets are, but it doesn't stop McDonald's from advertising nonstop every day to continually remind you that you're going to want to pop into McDonald's on the way home. I think Michigan needs to be considered in the same way.
By the way, I'm sending McDonald's a bill for that plug you just gave me. Okay. All right. Hey, we're up on time, Justin. It's always good to talk to you, though. I dig it. The Michigan Restaurant and Lodging Association, and again, this new coalition is called, what is it called?
Michigan Hospitality and Tourism Alliance.
All right. Look it up and dig it. And do what you can when you're talking to relatives, friends outside the state. I find myself doing that a lot now. We have a lot of friends beyond the Cheddar Curtain. Seriously, come on, it's a fun thing to say, Cheddar Curtain. But,
I love it. And now it's in my brain forever now.
See? You're welcome. Justin Winslow. Hey, man, let's stay in touch, and coffee's on you next time.
Sounds great. Thanks, Mike. Take care.
See you, buddy. 1320 WILS.